Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be showing you guys the customization options for the two brand new Halloween vehicles that are going to be coming out with the quote-unquote Halloween surprise DLC. If you guys have missed it the last few days, basically, Rockstar uploaded the Halloween DLC in the same files as the Lowrider update, so modders have been able to get their hands on it, and on PC, you can put it into single player, and that's why all this information has been coming out regarding the cars and the masks and the shirts and whatnot. And also, for those of you guys that are on like console, Xbox One, and PS4, it's just been randomly showing up in people's inventory. I don't know, it's like slowly leaking through. Like I said, I don't know really what's going on, but today we're going to be taking a look at the customization options for the two cars, the Lurcher and the Franken Stange, and that's going to be pretty cool. We're going to be taking a look at that, and I'm also going to be telling you guys about what I think the format of the Halloween DLC is going to be, what you can expect in terms of pricing, and a little bit more. So anyways, let's get into it. So the other day, I covered a few screenshots of what some of the customization options look like for these cars, but the writing was in French and it wasn't the best of quality, and big thanks to Nexus AU. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. I'm just going to be showing you guys the screenshots, but he's got videos of the two cars in action, so you can check that out. But today specifically, we're just going to be focusing on all the customization options and what you can do. So let's actually start with the Albany Franken Stange, and actually in German, I think Stange means rod. So I'm guessing that this is going to be the Franken, like Frankenstein rod. So it's like the Frankenstein hot rod. So that's what this car is, and a pretty cool name, I'm not gonna lie, and it definitely looks very menacing. You can see that there is 14 customization options. Some of them are very basic, like armor, brakes, the ability to change the horn and the lights. However, there are some interesting ones that you can modify, one of them being the hoods, which obviously gives you the ability to do a stock hood, the triple intake bug catcher, or the single intake bug catcher. So those are some cool options right there. You can also upgrade the interior with any one of the bobbleheads, which we have seen from the Lowriders DLC. So that's pretty cool that you can do that. There's actually 4 livery options for this vehicle. One of them is pretty awesome. It is Midnight Potion, and it is like a set of purple and pink flames that take over the side and engine block of the car. That is pretty awesome. Up next is Hell's Furnace, which is very similar to the Midnight Potion, where you actually get the orange flames. That looks pretty awesome. Up next is Blazing Death, which is literally a like skull that is on fire with a trail of pink and yellow and orange flames. That looks really beautiful. And the last one is a little bit more simple, and it is Spider Trap, which is really simple. It's just a tiny little spider web and little spider ring that goes around the entirety of the vehicle. And that's pretty much it. The only other thing you can do is do things like the suspension, the transmission, turbo, wheels, windows, all the basic things that you can do to other cars in Grand Theft Auto Online. So it's got some cool but simple customization that I think is going to be very, very nice. Moving on, let's look at the Albany Lurcher. It's actually got a few more customization options than the Franken Stange, coming in at 18. Right off the bat, you can see you can modify the bumper, you can do the engine, the exhaust, the grille, the hood, and a little bit more. Starting with the bumper, there's an option for the custom chin spoiler. That seems to be the only option there. And you've also got the rear bumper, which allows you to add a wheelie bar to this vehicle. You can also change the grille from stock to custom, which looks a little bit more nice. And there's also some hood options as well. You've got the cowl induction hood, the vented hood, the single intake bug catcher, and the triple intake bug catcher. So that's pretty cool, giving you some nice options on the hood right there. You can also update the interior with an ornament, very similar to all the other cars we've looked at. So you can put any mariachi bobblehead or whatever the case might be. And there's also 2 liveries for this car also, which I think look really, really nice. The first one is Hangman's Grave. And like we talked about earlier, it's kind of like a graveyard kind of effect with trees and skulls, and it's a grayish white pattern. And the other one is the Ripper, which is like has a set of teeth, and it's got like bloody hands and blood all over the place. So that looks very nice. and then basically that's the only other customization you can do. It doesn't look like you can change anything with the guy in the coffin in the back. He seems to be pretty stationary. So bumpers, fenders, you can upgrade the engine block and the wheelie bar, add a livery, and that is pretty much it for the Albany Lurcher. All right, so up next, I kind of also want to talk about the idea of being able to take these vehicles into Benny's mod shop. Now, while it kind of seems unlikely, I think these would be awesome candidates for lowriders. Now, like I said, I'm really not too sure how this would work. And right now, the reason no one has been able to test that is because those vehicles are only available in single player, but they would make sense as lowrider options. Both of them are in the Albany family, which of course you know is available to go in Benny's shop. It's one of the brands on his website, and both of them would be pretty unique as lowriders. So I'd love to hear from you guys on what you think about that. Would you like to see these crazy Halloween vehicles be able to be upgraded as lowriders? I think they'd be very unique, especially if they were for a limited time only. Like if you only got them during this Halloween update and you made them lowriders, how rare would those vehicles end up becoming? I think that would be pretty awesome. And I also finally want to talk about the format of this Halloween DLC. When it comes to holiday themed DLCs, Rockstar kind of does them a little bit differently. For example, the Festive Surprise update last year had a lot of free stuff. I believe the masks and the t-shirts and a lot of the accessories were all free. However, they only lasted for a limited time. So Rockstar kind of does DLCs in two ways. You either pay for the content, like the clothing will cost 5 or 10 grand, or the mask will cost 5 or 10 grand, and you get to keep them forever, or they're going to be free, meaning like whenever Rockstar announces Halloween update, this content will be free, and then when Halloween goes away, the masks and the clothing will also go away. Now, the cars, I'm assuming you are going to have to pay for. There's never been like free cars from updates, but I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section down below. What format would you like to see from Rockstar regarding this update? Would you want everything to be free and then in like, you know, when Halloween's over, it goes away? Or would you like to pay for it and have it forever? I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think about everything that we talked about today. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, a like rating would be awesome. So hit that thumbs up button. And of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily Grand Theft Auto 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.